Oliver was an adventurous young cat with sleek orange fur and a white patch on his chest. He lived in a small town, nestled between the hills and surrounded by forests. Most of the time, Oliver's world was filled with simple pleasures: sunbathing on the windowsill, chasing butterflies, and exploring the nearby woods with his best friend, a friendly dog named Max. But there was one thing that always captured Oliver's imagination: the old train tracks that ran through the outskirts of town. The train station hadn't seen a train in years, but every so often, Oliver would hear the faint sound of a distant whistle in the night. It was always followed by a rumble in the ground, as if the tracks were alive. Oliver didn't know why, but the sound always filled him with a sense of excitement. One night, as the moon cast a silver glow over the town, Oliver crept out of the house and headed toward the tracks. Max, sensing his friend's restlessness, followed closely behind. The air was crisp, and the world seemed quieter than usual. The distant whistle echoed again, louder this time, sending shivers down Oliver's spine. He didn't know why he was drawn to it, but the sound was too intriguing to ignore. As he padded along the tracks, he noticed something strange. There was a faint glow on the horizon, where the tracks disappeared into the trees. It wasn't the moonlight, and it wasn't the lights of the town. It was something else, something mysterious. Curious, Oliver and Max followed the glowing light until they reached an old, abandoned platform. The rails here were overgrown with weeds, but the glow seemed to be coming from beneath the tracks. Oliver hesitated, his paws hovering over the rusted metal. Then, without thinking, he stepped onto the tracks. Suddenly, the ground shook beneath them, and with a loud screech, a train appeared from the trees. But this wasn't a normal train. This one was made entirely of light. Its shimmering, translucent carriages floated just above the tracks, glowing with all the colors of the rainbow. The engine emitted a soft hum, almost like a lullaby, and it slowed to a stop in front of Oliver and Max. A door slid open, revealing a friendly conductor, an elderly tabby cat with silver fur and kind green eyes. "I've been waiting for you," the conductor said with a warm smile. "The midnight train only comes when it's needed, and tonight, it's your turn." Without a word, Oliver and Max hopped aboard, and the train slowly began to move, gliding smoothly across the tracks. As they traveled through the night, they passed over shimmering rivers, through glowing forests, and over misty valleys. The world outside the train was unlike anything Oliver had ever seen: beautiful, magical, and full of wonder. After what felt like hours, the train finally came to a stop at a small hill where the first rays of dawn were beginning to peek over the horizon. The conductor nodded at them. "This is where you get off, my friends." As they stepped off the train, Oliver felt a sense of peace wash over him. The adventure had been incredible, but now it was time to return. The midnight train slowly faded into the morning mist, leaving only a faint glow behind. From that night on, Oliver knew that sometimes the most unexpected journeys led to the most unforgettable experiences. And every so often, when the moon was full, he would hear the distant whistle of the midnight train, waiting for the next adventure to begin.